welcome back to the best show. How's everybody doing? It's your friend Tom here on another Tuesday. How long have I been doing this show? 25 years. Been doing the best show. I can only say this. I've seen him come. I've seen him go. I've seen the new kids on the block become the old man with the cane walking down the street. I'm like not unlike the Watcher. Marvel's comics Watcher, the Watcher. Or not unlike the hider in the house, Gary Busey, hiding in a wall, watching a family exist. Now, we're lucky enough. We have in the studio the world of podcasts. It's filled with it's time for a Travis Bickle style hosing down.
Real rain needs to come. Yeah.
It's time for a rain to come, and we got to wash the blood and the filth and the scum. That's the general. That's what 99% of podcasts are. Then there's the 1%, and it's the opposite of the 1%. Usually the 1%, they're the bad guys. The 1% here is the good guys and gals. Ladies are doing podcasting now too. You guys got to realize it's a different world.
Yeah,
ladies can podcast.
Yeah, they can be shopping. They can be podcasting. They can be anything.
I don't like where this is going. I started it and I regret it. Will Menaker's here from the Chapo Trap House. How are you doing?
Doing great. Happy to be out here on the best coast, on the best show.
It is the best coast, the best show. We're doing it here, and it's an exciting time. Now, you do this show, Chapo Trap. How long have you been doing this show?
Oh, like 10 years now?
10 years.
Yeah.
How's it still feeling?
Doesn't beats honest work, I'll say that.
Because that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's recording the show is still fun, and it's still entertaining for me to record the show. So hopefully it will be entertaining for listeners as well.
Yeah. Well, that's you. Look, if it's not entertaining for you,
yeah,
it's definitely
it's death for everyone else.
There are times. There are plenty of people who are having the time of their lives doing a podcast, and it's not entertaining for anybody else. Imagine if you're not having fun.
Yeah,
it is literally, unless it's going to be some sort of like rubbernecking situation where you're just like, you got to listen to this podcast. This guy he's falling apart in front of us. He's not happy at all. No, but 10 years deep, and there's been labels put onto Chapo Trap House.
Puerile, sophomoric.
Yeah. The dirtbag left. What is that?
I guess that was I think something Amber Frost coined in the early days of the show, and I think it just referred to people who had a just generally left of center or sort of socialist political perspective, who also didn't have a bed frame and just sort of slept on a mattress in an apartment with 6 other people.
So it's
no bed frame, no headboard, just a mattress or like sleeping bag on the ground. That was sort of the milieu that we were.
Or an air mattress.
Yeah, yeah, that as well.
When is air mattress technology finally going to improve? It's not good. It's still like they figured out how to inflate the thing quicker. They have not figured out how to make laying on it any better yet.
Or like the couches that pull out into a bed. When are those going to be
First of all, those couches,
acceptable? Yeah,
they're 3 tons. Each couch is 3 tons, and the bed pulls out, and you got to move the table and all the stuff just to make way for this thing. And it's the worst bed you've ever laid on.
Well, there's always that part in the middle where you can feel the bar.
Yes, the bar.
The bar.
There is an opportunity here for some real bedding
disruption.
Technological
disruption.
Yeah, we need some bedding disruptors.
Yeah.
We need like the guy who shows up at the bed con or like the conference for like Serta and all the companies are there. The person who comes in and they're ready to like blow some minds. They walk in with an air mattress, they throw it in the middle of the floor, and they go press a button and the thing like lay on that. People are like, what is this magic?
I saw some Silicon Valley guy complaining the other day because apparently like he sleeps in some sort of climate controlled pod. And he was like, the app is all screwed up. My bed is too hot or my bed is too cold. And I was just thinking like, wow, what a problem to have. My bed's fine. Yeah. It's sort of a traditional style bed mattress situation. I do have a frame now. I do have a headboard now. So I'm a bit of a sellout. But
now there people are going to be just like, now you're in the Rocky IV part of your story where you've got all the riches, you've got the bed frame, and you've got the headboard. Can we just check there's some sort of echo in the headphones?
Sure. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Don't worry. Don't worry. I like hearing myself. I'm a fan of me, Andrew. I'm okay hearing me talk to me. No, you're now in the Rocky IV.
Yeah, I've got a robot that's my friend.
Seco.
Yeah.
What was the name of that robot? That's when you knew those movies where the first one, Rocky is like scum. He's scum. He's a hoodlum.
Yeah.
He's muscle for low level like mob
Philly mob guys.
Philly mob guys. He's the muscle who shows up. His Adrian is this kind of troubled woman who works at a pet store. Seems like she's like has just serious social issues. Her brother Paulie is like an animal.
Yeah.
Paulie's like an animal in that first Rocky movie. And they're just like looking for some hope to come out of this thing. Then you fast forward. And to me, the leap that Sylvester Stallone took, he was so proud of being rich and enjoying it so much. He didn't even want to play Rocky as if he wasn't Sylvester Stallone. Like he's just like, well, I live in Beverly Hills, so Rocky should live in Beverly Hills. So you go for this dynamic of a thing. One of the main plot lines in Rocky IV is Paulie doesn't like his robot's voice.
Well, like Rocky had succumbed to the he had sort of been defeated by success because now he's living in Beverly Hills with a robot and his brother-in-law, but everyone's happy. But what he realized in that movie is that like his success means nothing when the Soviet Union still exists, because there are still so many people behind the Iron Curtain that don't have a robot to hang out with. They don't even know what voice a robot should have because they were suffering under Gorbachev.
Exactly, under Gorbachev. And so then Rocky
and Ivan Drago, the greatest boxer in the world. He
goes to the USSR, and first of all, Drago kills
Apollo Creed.
Like, also, I think we're running out of story here when Rocky III, Clubber Lang kills Mickey. So he's just like,
well, he was old.
But the idea that he went back to the well to have the rival boxer kill someone who meant something to him 2 times in a row. And these Rocky movies are also, at this point, they're short. They're so short. And a more substantial portion of each movie is flashbacks. So there's almost like, and then there's the boxing stuff. There's like 35 minutes that doesn't take place in a boxing ring in the present, like in the present day, not in a boxing ring. It's like a half hour.
Well, out of all the Rocky films, I thought Rocky IV had the best training montage, which is like I think that is the cream of any Rocky movie is the getting strong now sequence. And what I appreciated about the training montage in Rocky IV is the juxtaposition between Ivan Drago and his high-tech sort of Soviet technocratic. There's a whole team of like guys and women in white coats, and they're like
hooked up to
he's hooked up, and you see like the spikes on the EKG, and then Rocky is just apparently training in like a farm in Siberia,
Rocky
splitting logs, and
Rocky starts chopping wood and dragging a sled, like a wagon.
Yeah.
He's like straps like he's a horse. Rocky suddenly literally tries to become a horse and run with a wagon strapped to his back running through, like that's him getting back to his roots. That, you know, Drago just he's the one who's out of touch now.
Yeah.
And Rocky gets back. Now that I'm saying it's the most brilliant thing I've ever heard. It's the most well-crafted movie. No, it's not. Yeah, but those movies, they get worse. And then Rocky V is a movie where nothing happens because Rocky lost all his money now. Like somehow, hey, Rocky, you're broke. As if like he wouldn't just say, well, I'll just go, I'm sure a casino in Atlantic,
just do a few appearances, charge for autographs. Yeah.
I'll sign some autographs over by the Philly airport and I'll work as a greeter at the Borgata.
And Atlantic City's right there. It's right there.
Atlantic City's a half hour away.
Yeah.
He would get a job like that, especially like Rocky's hold on people. I mean, white people with that one. like, hey, Rocky works here. Which casino should we go to? Well, there's the one Rocky works at. It'd be like, yeah, we go to that. We go to the showboat. So that movie, he hits the skids and then ends up in like a street fight.
Yeah, well, yeah, he sort of he takes over the Burgess Meredith role of being the trainer for Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn, the young
up and comer, and then he gets sort of seduced by the Don King character.
Yes,
yeah,
the Don King character who then Rocky just like punches out in the end. Like he fights Tommy Gunn.
The climax of Rocky V is them fighting in the street, and it's like a bare knuckle bout.
Yeah.
And I feel like it goes on forever.
It's forever.
It's like a Bellatar movie. It just keeps going.
It just is endless. So then you think at that point, well, these Rocky movies are done now.
Oh.
So good amount of time passes.
Rocky Balboa.
And which
is a great conceit for Rocky about how they get him back into the ring.
The greatest line in all of movie history. I'm not gonna get it right. I'm gonna paraphrase because there's people on ESPN like Roy Firestone on ESPN. They're doing all these like
Max Kellerman.
Max Kellerman. Yeah. They're doing these comparisons of fighters from different eras, boxers. And there's a guy who sits down with Rocky. He literally says to him, he says like this. This survey's got people talking.
And it wasn't a survey. It was a virtual simulated boxing match.
It wasn't a survey. It was this computer simulation's got people talking, and they want to know whether you're the best still. Like, so then he comes back and fights Mason the Line Dixon.
Yeah.
So. Which is not.
I forget the real boxer who portrayed Mason the Line Dixon.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. But I mean, the conceit of it is like the video game would simulate like who in their prime would be the best.
And then there were like Rocky Balboa at his prime beat Mike Tyson in 1990.
And they said, this has got people talking.
Yeah.
And I guess what they're talking about is, could Rocky Balboa well past his prime?
Yeah. What would that be? It would be kind of like if someone approached Mike Tyson a year ago and was like, this Jake Paul simulation's got people talking. You got to fight Jake Paul now. And also a nice little footnote to this whole Jake Paul thing is a boxer came out yesterday and said he was on a call with Jake Paul and that he literally asked him, just like, we can put this fight together if you lose in the third round. Like, that's what this boxer is accusing Jake Paul of. Like, literally saying, like, it's going to be a lot of money on this one. You're going to throw the fight so that I win,
Well, this is classic heritage boxing.
It's really
this is real boxing.
Boxing
we're talking
is
about.
back.
Yeah.
Makes you think boxing is actually back. So
For a long time, they didn't even bother to fix the fights, and that's why
No.
boxing is in the terrible state that it is
Yeah,
in
that's why
American sport.
you'd have a guy throw a punch, and then people are just like, that didn't connect. And then the guy's like, whoa! Like, then Rocky beats Mason Line Dixon. Everyone's dead now in Rocky Balboa. Adrian's dead. Mickey's dead. Apollo's dead. So Rocky goes and he gets Apollo's old trainer. What's his face? A bald guy.
Oh, the guy throwing the towel. Yeah.
He gets him. He trains Rocky. He's like, Rocky, you can't. Your legs are shot.
And he goes like, yeah, pure power, like kissing a freight train both ways. Boom, boom.
So he beats him. And now we say, all right, this has got to be it for Rocky. Ryan Coogler, which this is one of the most brilliant things. Like, if you heard that somebody was pitching, hey, what if we do a movie about Apollo Creed's son, and then we bring Rocky in to train him, you'd be like, well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. We'll make a movie about that. Duke was the name of the character.
Okay.
Duke. But he's so good. Ryan Coogler is such a smart guy. He figured out that this was going to be an amazing. I loved Creed.
Oh, it's a legitimately great movie.
When I saw Creed, look, my father had just passed away. I'm like, well, I'm going to go. This is like, where were the people giving me heads ups on this?
Yeah, about how that movie was going to land.
Guess these are the two movies I saw right after my father died. Creed, which is a movie where Rocky's like, oh, I got cancer and I'm going to hang in there. And I'm bawling my eyes out in the theater. And the other movie I saw, Interstellar, a movie. Dad, I'm trying to agree. Dad, I'll connect with you, Dad. Dad, you're out there somewhere.
I can tell you the movie that I watched the night my dad died.
Yeah.
Robert Altman's Images.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if I did that. That movie will always stick out in my mind.
Yeah,
because
those are the ones.
Yeah.
But I was like, nobody, because I saw Interstellar like 3 weeks after it came out or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's like nobody in my life saw this already. It's like, hey, maybe Interstellar is not the right one just yet. It's just about father. It's about missing fathers. It's just about losing your father. And I'm like, it's a space movie. Yeah. Hey, let's go to outer space with Matthew McConaughey.
2001, a Facing Mortality Odyssey. Yeah, Facing Bereavement Odyssey.
When I saw Creed, I was sobbing, like heaving sobs in the theater. Like, thankfully it was a late showing and there was nobody in the theater, because I was like, somebody would have said like, sir, I'd see the flashlight. This would be the only time an usher actually like kicks anybody out of a movie now.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the Jurassic Park movie.
The new one?
The new one.
Oh, yeah?
There was a kid talking through, literally, when I say this kid talked through the entire movie, I mean, there was a kid talking the entire time, but it was just quiet enough like that you couldn't tell where it was. And it was only in the end that I pieced it together where the kid was. And I walked by the family as we're leaving, and I said, thank you for talking through the whole movie. And then I just kept, I was actually proud of myself on that. Well, usually that's the stuff that's the stuff I think I would want to do, but I actually did it. And first of all, these Jurassic Park, one's worse than the next one.
Yeah, sure. it's been from a high of the original.
Yeah.
It has been a steep and precipitous decline in those movies.
They are like,
I haven't seen the new one, but I hear it is quite bad.
It's bad. It is probably the third best Jurassic Park movie. I'm not kidding. Like, it's bad. And these movies, they're just all about people getting chased by dinosaurs. It's like they've added no new wrinkle to it. It's just
well, Tom, let me ask you. I haven't seen the new Jurassic World Rebirth yet, but the sort of like what's the spin on it this time? Because
I
the
didn't
line
even know
the line
that was the name of it. Honestly, I knew
Jurassic. But here's some more Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Yeah. So the line that because it's heavily advertised, and I like seeing the trailers for it on TV, and the line that they kept coming back to every time in the commercials is like, "What's the new spin on Jurassic Park this time?" Is at one point a character says, "This is the island where they kept the worst of the worst, like they're felons. This is where we kept all the serial killer
dinosaurs." Like we're all like the criminal island.
The child molesters.
It's just stupid. It's just people running from, like, they're going to get some. The only question in these movies is, what are the humans trying to do, or that are going to start chasing them? Like, what reason is that's the only new element in any of these movies? Like, what do they want? Because they got to go back near where the dinosaurs are. I still don't know. They're leaving the best version of this thing on the table right now, which is, I just want to see these dinosaurs run around Manhattan.
Didn't they do that in one of the Chris Pratt movies where like the
they
dinos
were at the theme park then, but it's still, I want to see them like in full, like make the whole movie they did
that. They did that at the end of Jurassic Park: The Lost World, where it runs amok in San Diego.
Because they were just like, guess what, guys? The dinosaurs are coming to America. Yes, to a suburban neighborhood outside of San Diego at night. It was like, for Steven Spielberg to not realize where it just like, hey, we should really, if we're going to have the dinosaurs come to like a city, an American city.
You want to see like the pterodactyl swooping down and grab off Hollywood and Vine. And
slide every chip in. I don't know how he'd be just like, yeah, I'm okay with the quiet chase scene at night in San Diego. They're leaving the best one on the table. Just have the dinosaurs in Los Angeles. Just like have them.
Or how about Manhattan? You know, it's already an island. Already an island.
Make it. Yes. This is the plot of it. They're just bringing a train filled with dinosaurs on it. The train crashes, the dinosaurs get loose. There you go. The starting pistol can go off now. People are saying the audio is cutting out, Andrew.
We'll look into it.
Okay. All right. I'm being told. Hold on.
Oh, this is it's. Oh my goodness.
There's Seiko.
Seiko. You can bring me a beer, just like Paulie.
Yes.
Oh, this is beautiful. The action figures.
Now, with the other premise in these Jurassic Park things, we're not just going to keep talking about movies. We'll talk about other things. 2 of these movies have had this as the kickoff problem, and it like, people are tired of these dinosaurs. We're not drawing, like they're not drawing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, that would not happen. Like, if there were
people are sick of these extinct animals
that are back now. These extinct animals.
These like gargantuan bird lizards that have not been seen in 100 million years.
There are lines at museums to look at
the skeletons. Yeah.
This is what proves that they would never fall out of favor. There are packed theaters of people watching a fake movie about non-existent dinosaurs. People are like, it's like these movies are grossing more money than anything. People will watch a fictional movie about dinosaurs running around, and they've been doing it for 35 years. They've been watching these dinosaur movies. There is no way on earth if real dinosaurs are back, people go on roller coasters. They just go, and then they go back and ride the roller coaster again the next time. Mm-hmm. Oh, how many times have you ridden the Cyclone? Oh, 16 times. Like, it's a Cyclone. It's not like, oh, this Cyclone, we got to knock it down.
I'm bored of seeing this T-Rex stomp through my neighborhood.
Imagine if there were dinosaurs, you're guaranteed 100 years of sold out
I don't know. There's so much competition for people's attention spans these days,
sounds like
with the
sounds like
internet.
you're trying to get a job
gambling.
writing for the Jurassic Park franchise.
Hey, I would love that.
Yeah, be in that room. What should we do for the next one? Hey, what if the dinosaurs attack a boat? Now, Will, you have a comic book
Yes.
out now. Tell us about this.
Well, it's not out yet. Yeah,
Okay.
It's available for pre-order, but
Okay.
basically, we have sort of taken our. I'd like to think that we are all in our own right masters of the macabre, and we comic publishing house Bad Egg. We gave us the opportunity to do like an anthology collection.
Okay.
Where we each get to write like 6 issues of like an individual story.
Okay.
And then they will be collected in each issue. It'll be like sort of like Tales from the Crypt, in that there's like 4 or 5 stories per issue. Mm-hmm. It's like a nice big package. But yeah, we are each writing. There are 5 original pieces.
Okay.
With different artists, different writer for each one of them.
And this is called?
Year Zero, a Chapo Comics anthology.
So this is the kind of thing where the brand is starting to go.
Yeah,
Comics. This is exciting.
it's very cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
You get to do that.
the art that we've gotten done for this is phenomenal. Like each one of the artists that they've paired us with are top notch, and we've all had a really good time writing each of our stories. And I think they're because like we didn't collaborate on any of the stories, we wrote them individually, and I think that they are each they're a very fun showcase for each of our individual sensibilities.
Okay, that's really cool. So when it's not out now, it's pre-order. When will it hit the shelves?
August 1st.
August 1st. This is very exciting. Where can people go for this pre-order?
www.badegg.co. Badegg.co.
Well, congratulations. This is exciting. The Chapo brand, instead of doing a cologne or like what are things that would never make it?
Oh, we've been pitched a couple times.
Yeah, what are some things that you've been pitched?
To do like a Chapo board game and Chapo like mobile games, like on your phone. Like
What would that be?
I have no idea.
Like the idea, like somebody, like the board game is just fascinating. Well,
Well, our idea was we could have a board game that sort of teaches you about property and finance capitalism. It would be called Monopoly, but apparently,
I think,
all the good board games have already taken.
yeah. I tell you, I do another show called Double Thread. We played Candyland on it,
Oh, classic.
and
Still fun.
no, it wasn't.
Well, there's not a lot of skill
Well,
involved.
first of all, it's for 3-year-olds. It's literally you just move this piece. It was maybe the most boring thing I've ever been involved. Like just going, I'll go to the next yellow one. Because you turn the cards. You don't even roll dice. You turn a card. Move to the next red piece. I don't think there's anything of this show that could be expanded out like that without me feeling ashamed that I had like the nerve to try to just like hold people by their ankles,
Just
and
shake them
the
out, just
money
fleece
out of-
them.
It's like
shamelessly. Yeah.
that's one of the things with the best show. I'm happy we don't overdo the stuff. We take our, like when something new shows up, it shows up. Like people contribute to the Patreon. That's enough. That's enough. Maybe we have a shirt. Maybe we do a live show every once in a while.
Bit of tasteful merchandising.
Yeah.
The fans, they want a shirt. They want a
There's no
baseball
rush.
hat.
But the idea of these things where these people like, where they're running like a store.
We just did an episode where we talked to our friend Brace from QAnon, and we did sort of an episode about the world of sort of podcasts that are done by like ex-Navy SEALs, like operators, special forces guys, and like it's a great career for you if you retire from the clandestine services or elite military units. And man, the merchandising that these guys do is,
Yeah.
you want to talk about, one of them was a tactical screwdriver, which sells for $325. It's a tactical version of everything. And my other favorite operator merchandise was a tactical rosary. And well, it was tactical because it had like its own carrying case, so you could slip in your cargo pants
tactical.
or rucksack or something like that.
For when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you need your rosary.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's when you need it the most.
Pray the rosary. You can also just pray, like.
But if you're Catholic, the rosary, that's like double pray. That ups your state. All your HP points are
I'm
buffed.
I was I'm not. My family grew up Catholic. All you got to do is just know how to count, and then you say the thing. Oh, you do 20 of them. Okay, you need the bead to go.
Well, it's like a meditative thing, like.
But you're in combat.
It's like a fidget spinner.
You're in combat now.
Well, this could be in a quiet moment after combat or before combat.
Okay, yeah. Now what does Black Rifle coffee taste like? Have you ever tried?
I never had it. Never had it.
Like the idea that there is a thing. It's like, guys, this coffee is not woke. You're like, what?
Well, it's like, the MP5 blend,
exactly.
This is the blend that pairs well with an automatic weapon.
Yeah, it's just like you're drinking. I don't know. The grift is so. What's the worst thing? Look, the rosary beads are way up there.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these guys now have like legal cannabis companies. Like one of the guys who claimed to have been the guy, I believe his name is Robert O'Neill, and he's one of the guys who claimed that he killed bin Laden. And then it was like three guys all sort of like competing for the claim of who was first through the door and who pulled the trigger on Osama bin Laden. This guy, he made
what a
it.
dumb thing. Like, that's where we're at. I shot him. No, I shot him.
Well, they all tried to go through the door at the same time, like the Stooges, and they got stuck. Yeah. So this guy has like like a Navy SEAL branded legal cannabis company, and they sell like I looked it up. Like one of the varieties is called Shooter Hybrid, and it's just like if you could make smoking weed, how could I relate that to being an elite combat trained warrior?
Yeah, and it's also this thing where it's like what we stand for is kind of filtered through the lens of how much money can I make doing certain things? Like what's acceptable? Like the idea is like, oh, weed is cool. Like, because a lot of people buy it and want. So like getting high is fine. But like other things are immoral. Like,
I mean, obviously, like people love drinking coffee. People love getting high. But like heretofore, the only way you could access either caffeine or cannabis is through avenues that didn't reflect your values.
Yeah,
that were sort of woke or feminized in some way. Just drinking regular coffee.
Yeah,
that's not branded in the right way.
What a weird. I'm looking at this now. Operator Canna Co. Warrior Sativa. Shooter Hybrid.
Yeah, Shooter Hybrid. That was the one I saw.
Healer Indica. Boy, what a fun night that would be to get high with one of these guys. Your high is just talking.
I'm sure they got great stories though.
Could you imagine?
I'm sure they'd have great stories that I'd love to hear about when I'm like high.
Could you imagine the stories when these guys get high that they start? I mean, do you think they start like, look, I wasn't the first one through the door. I was like, is that how high the guy gets on his own shooter hybrid? He's just like, the other guys got through the door first and I just came in later and I said it was me and it's not me.
I took a few shots at his corpse, but I think that counts.
He was down, and then I just shot his foot.
I put my 2 cents in though. I registered a complaint.
Yeah, the cannabis thing is weird because it is just that sliding scale of morality where it's just like, well, this is cool. well, that's not cool. This is just like, wow, what a coincidence. The things that you approve of, you're monetizing. Like when I drove through, we drove through Utah a month ago. Me and my wife did a cross-country road trip
nice.
for like 3.5 weeks. It was an amazing time. Going through Utah, there's this point outside of Salt Lake City. The amount of businesses that Karl Malone slaps his name on. Yeah, Karl Malone, car dealership, I think he's got I think he does have a, do
they have legalized cannabis in Utah?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Let's see. Karl Malone, does he have? Yes, Karl Malone has a weed, Seeds for Me. The Karl Malone, I mean, I saw him talk about it in an interview. It says, look, somebody could just slap Karl Malone's picture on a thing.
Yeah.
We just like, yeah, tell us to stop. Like one of those deals where just like it's like you put SpongeBob on a
and
thing.
then wait for the lawyers to call you. Yeah.
It's just like you get the letter and you're just like, all right, let's take the SpongeBob sticker off the front of all the weed. But Karl Malone, he had his name on car dealerships, everything in there, and you're just like, this guy's like one of the all-time creeps.
yeah.
Like a full-on, like a 5-star creep. He should be just getting out of jail now. Like in an alternate universe, Karl Malone would just have served the time.
Well, that's like at Karl Malone's level, but like my personal favorite, Shaquille O'Neal, he is the guy who will endorse anything.
And literally anything.
Like if you watch TV or if you watch sports on TV, at any given commercial break, you will see maybe 2 or 3 different commercials featuring Shaquille O'Neal.
Like, Icy Hot.
Yeah. The general, the auto insurance general.
He does
Papa John's.
He does.
One of my favorite posters, a guy named Brooks Otterlake, has put it the best. Where he said, "It's amazing," and he was at a gas station and he took a photo of Shaquille O'Neal gummies, and it was like not cannabis or CBD or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was just like
they're at 7-Eleven.
Yeah. And he said, "It's amazing how Shaquille O'Neal has become a real life Krusty the Clown." He will put his face on any product.
It's just like they probably, when they call to inquire about it, the person just cuts them off. Be like, hey, we just want to see if Shaquille O'Neal would be, it would be possible to consider him endorsing. They're just like, and then they just go, $3.5 million. They just say a number.
Yeah.
And it goes, sorry, what? It's like, well, that's how much it is. Well, don't you want to know what the thing is? No, we're okay. He'll do just about anything. We're pretty safe. He's done commercials for cars that he could not fit in. Like he's 7'2", enormous, and he's doing commercials where he's in like a Toyota,
the VW Bug.
It's like you're not fitting in that thing, Shaq.
Well, speaking of NBA players and cars, and you said Karl Malone endorses an auto dealership in Utah. A legendary New York Knicks player, John Starks, he owns and operates. He has like a Honda dealership in Queens, and he does the commercials. Like, come on down, I'll get you in. I'll get you in this Kia.
I would. First of all, John Starks is my all-time favorite.
Really?
Player.
So same with me.
Number one. Hey, can somebody in the office? I got a somebody gave me a gift. I have a hanging. Don't even bring it. I don't want to take it off the wall. I have a John Starks signed uniform in my office. The only piece of like memorabilia like that, that I was given as a wedding gift. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, for people who don't know, John Starks, it's the greatest story you ever heard. He could play basketball. He was in Oklahoma. He was bagging groceries. He worked at a grocery store. And then would go play like games in like the leagues below the NBA. The CBA was the league at the time. And he's just trying to get his break. And he finally gets in the door with the Knicks. And then they're about to make the roster cuts. And then he got hurt in a practice thing before the season started. He got hurt, and you can't cut somebody who got hurt.
Yeah.
So he got this like chance to stay on the roster, and then he's the player who is just sheer force of will that he succeeded at the level he did. And he kind of, for him to become an all-star with like not drafted, no pedigree, no nothing. He got married, and then the day he got married, he drove. That night he played a game. Like he had to play
a jobber,
you
know?
He was just like, I got married. That's all well
Ball
and
is
good.
life.
There's a game at 7:30.
Yeah.
We're going. I'm bringing my shorts and my sneakers to the church that we just got married in. We're gonna drive over with the just married hanging the cans banging off the side. No, it's all time great. Where did you grow up, Will?
Manhattan. I grew up in New York.
You straight up
Yeah,
Manhattan.
New York City. Yeah.
What was it like growing up in Manhattan as a kid? Like, did you feel like you were seeing things maybe you shouldn't see? Did you have more freedom than other kids?
You know,
had?
like I would think that like it's hard to compare because I literally like I didn't grow up anywhere else, so I don't really know what to compare it to.
Yes.
But I will say that like when I went to college and became friends with people like who grew up in the suburbs, like they were all like, oh, New York City, like that must have been like you must have had all the like the sordid, you know, evil things that you could, all the things you could put your hands on. And like I think that was true to a certain degree. So like, you know, like if you were at living the fast in the fast lane of New York City, I was not. But what I realized is that everyone I knew who grew up in the suburbs like did way more dangerous and debauched things than I did growing up. Because like and also you had a car, so you had a level of autonomy and privacy that like. Because, you know, like to get up to anything really like bad, we had to like, you know, wait till someone's family went out of town for a weekend and then.
And then.
So like it was always a look for like the open house because there really wasn't any place to congregate or like, you know, drink beer or smoke weed or whatever without getting arrested.
I mean, growing up in New Jersey, I got like that thing where you're like, you see the city. And like I would go into Manhattan with my family. We'd go in for different things like. My family did T-shirt printing, so we would go in and buy the shirts wholesale, and then we'd go eat at like Katz's. Would be like the big treat as a kid to go to Katz's and eat there, and but you're kind of like split between two worlds where you know you're like. I'm 45 minutes away from New York City. Yeah. But I'm here in the suburbs. Also, it's actually a pretty good deal.
Well, I mean, I like this, like, you know, growing up in Manhattan, like, I kind of had that same feeling, but about Manhattan. Because, like, I was like, it was even more palpable because I was like, you know, there's 8 million people in this city. This is the center of America. This is like the greatest city in the world. There's got to be something fun happening that we could lay our hands on somewhere. It's probably within spitting distance of where we're sitting in my friend's couch right now. Yeah. Nope. No. It's it's a matter of, you know, it's a matter of accessing it, I suppose. Yeah. Because like, you know, like we couldn't really get into bars. There was like maybe. There was a couple of bars that would, if you could fog a mirror, they would let you in. You know, like if you had an ID that just had your name handwritten on it, like I am of age. Yeah. So the thing we did a lot was like, you know, we didn't have any parties to go to. You know, it was just like anything to spare the fate of just 5 guys sitting in the same living room, staring at each other. We went to pool halls a lot. And like I'm not good at pool, but it was just like it was that third space that was like it wasn't a bar, but they would still let you in, and it was someplace out of the house where you could go and feel and sort of imagine you were in the movie Mean Streets.
Sure, like you're just walking.
Yeah, I'm walking out. Yeah, walking into the pool hall and being like, rack them. Yeah,
rack them. That's something you rack them, and then you're terrible. At pool. Like you have all the trappings.
Sink the cue ball immediately on the break.
Yeah.
Every shot, someone's setting up a scratch. You know. Yeah.
Yes, it was just like this kid walking around like he owns the place. He might be the worst pool player I've ever seen in my life. Now, Manhattan, did you know what was Times Square like as a kid, for example? Like, did you see Times Square change?
Yeah, like I remember when Times Square. I remember we could go see like it was like movies there. It was
Yeah.
like movie theaters, and it still had that like seedy like porno theater vibe. And it was like growing up in the early '90s, it was like stereotypically the place that tourists would go to get robbed.
Yes. Yeah.
And then and then it was cleaned up, I suppose, and it becomes the Neon Canyon.
Yeah,
of,
suddenly it's the M&M store.
yeah,
and
the Virgin Megastore, that was
Yeah.
the first one. That was
Yeah.
that was a big one. But yeah, like I think throughout most of my life, Times Square was a place that I've tried to avoid, either for fear for my safety
Yeah.
or fear for my psychic damage that it will do. Just walking around there.
There kind of was no middle period.
Yeah.
It was just either like, this place is set up to be terrifying, or this is the worst tourist trap on the planet.
Yeah.
Where it's just suddenly it's like Bubba Gump, Shrimp Company, and all like
Margaritaville.
yeah.
The M&M store would be that.
The M&M
That's
store
the
is the kicker.
That's the
for
king.
that.
That's the king of Times
You
Square.
can get your name put on the M&Ms. It's like, this place used to be.
Why can't we have a nice mix where I can go get some custom name branded M&Ms and then go cruise for gay sex in a porno
Or
theater?
Fake
Yeah.
ID.
Yeah.
You sell M&Ms with your name on it and fake IDs with your name on it. Like, yeah, like
Get an M&M that says Will Menaker, birthday 8/10/79.
yeah. What if? Yeah, you gotta get an M&M. How much could you fit on an M&M? Really, that's a lot. That's a lot of text for an M&M. Now, yeah, because I grew up, growing up in New Jersey, we would take the train in, and it was just like, it was kind of like I had been there with my family, but then that first time we walked around Times Square. And I mean, I put this was in I wrote a book, and this is in the book. But I went in to see Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden,
Nice.
and it was just like, we got time to kill. Like it's 2:00. we got 6 hours before the show, so we're just walking around, just the dumbest. These 14-year-olds just might as well just had like a neon sign over our head.
It was a rube.
Yeah, rube. We might as well have been.
You might as well have like a big piece of hay sticking out of the corner of your mouth.
It might as well have been like the Welcome to the Jungle video. Bus pulls in. Axl Rose gets off. He literally, in that video, gets off. He has a piece of straw in his mouth. Like, did you keep that in your mouth
He was
all the way
coming
from Indiana
Oklahoma,
or wherever? Like, you just rode that whole time? Yeah, just ridiculous. But it was so exciting. There was nothing more exciting to me the night I went to see. I didn't know where to park. When I would start to drive in, I'd be like, well, I'm going to go see a show at CBGB's, so I guess I should park around like 48th Street. Like, it was just like, I'll park over by like
I'll
Grand
park over
Central Station.
by somewhere along Central Park.
It was so stupid parking like outside the Lincoln Tunnel. Like, like
you're in the island park.
I park there, and then I try to get back, and then like it was not a 24-hour parking garage. So like now I'm just like, I have to wait till 5:30 in the morning before I can get my car out. So now I'm just like, where am I gonna go? It was me and my friend, and we're just like, what are we gonna do? We have like, because you're so 19, you have no money.
Yeah.
You're just like,
And once again, can't go to a bar.
can't go to a bar, can't go. So it's just like, we go to Penn Station and just float around for like 5 hours just waiting for the night to pass. And I remember before that, a guy at the parking garage, which he said, there was just a guy floating around. He goes, hey, is your car stuck in there? Like, yeah, stuck. He goes, I can help you get it out. And then you're just like,
Does he work for the garage?
no, he did not work for the garage.
Right.
There's just that moment where, as a human being, you're like, well, he offered
Yeah.
to help me get my car.
I'd feel like rude turning him down.
And then it's like, don't have a good feeling about this guy.
Like,
I'm going to get into a
please,
stairwell.
Please, here, take the keys. Yeah.
By all means, let's go through a secret spot that only you know about to get inside the parking garage. And I'm gonna do what now? And like just you're robbing me. Oh, okay. That's kind of what I thought was gonna happen. So how hard is it to do the show? Because the show is ultimately politically minded.
Yeah.
You do a variety, like you talk about a variety of things, but it's
still primarily focused on the news is mostly our material.
How hard is it to just want to keep talking about the world we live in? Does it feel like you want to talk about it more, or do you ever hit that point where it's just like, this feels just like a hamster wheel?
I mean, I'm not gonna come on here and say Tom, it's the hardest job in the world.
No, of course, yeah.
But as things get sort of exponentially more grim, it seems like sometimes I do feel like a little bit like, what more can I say about this, or like how can I wring amusement or even like ironically detached humor out of this?
Yeah.
But I think for more importantly though, like I feel like if I don't talk about it, like I'll go crazy. Like, and there's a certain part about it, like focusing on it, or just sort of having to like stare it in the face, or like I said, mine either something that is funny or something that I think is informative or interesting to our listeners, because can sometimes feel a little daunting, but at the same time, I'm always thinking about it myself. Like, I mean, like this is why I started doing the show, is like I follow the news and it makes me feel insane. So I feel like I need to like purge myself of whatever thoughts I'm having about it. And, I suppose like, doing that to an audience or like in a public forum, it feels somewhat cathartic to me. Yeah.
And it's just the matter of, but there just is those moments where it just feels like, it's like, well, this is hell right now.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of like you get tapped on the shoulder. You're just like, we're actually going to go a little lower now.
Yeah.
Like you didn't hit we're not at the bottom yet.
No.
You're like, well, this is insane what's happening right now. And it's just like, actually, it's going to get a little more insane. Let's keep falling. You're not done falling yet. No, it's such a thing. It's like, I want this show to be like, we're not burying our head in the sand with stuff and like avoiding stuff, but also it's the easiest thing in the world to get dragged into that orbit. And it's just like, I actually have to like fight the pull to just try to keep the show fun.
Yeah.
Because it's actively goes against where my brain is at to like not talk about things, not to just like pour it all out like that. It's just so.
Well, I mean, I guess like I've always, talking about things, or at least just finding humor in it, or just humor has always been like a way that I can understand the world or make some sense of it, or exert some sort of control over it, I suppose. Because I like, myself, and I'm sure anyone listening, like you increasingly feel more and more powerless to just like, it's just you're watching it all happen, and you're like, do I have any input here? And increasingly the answer is no. Like, and then what am I going to do to stop it? Like, I don't know. Like, you can vote, you can write your congressman, you can try to like join a political party, or or organize. And I'm not shitting on any of those things, but but increasingly it feels like that we have like lost an ability to assert our will, or collectively, over the political system. And I guess like I've sort of felt like that for most of my adult life, starting with like the war on terrorism and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I guess like in some futile sense, like humor is a way that I feel that I can like is a shield or a sword I can wield to like at least just feel like I have some sense over what's happening, or some sort of control over it. If not control, then I don't know, autonomy, or sort of like.
But you're also giving. The thing I've taken away more over the last stretch is just like the sense of community is kind of all you have during the real fallow times like this. It's just like knowing you're not alone in it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like a heartening thing. And when the show took off, or like still to this day, like people will say like I started listening to you because I was thinking the exact same thoughts, and it was not like when your inner voice of reason isn't confirmed by anyone in authority or anyone around you, like your peers or coworkers or people in the media, like traditional sources of institutional authority, you begin to feel like you're insane. And to hear it confirmed by someone else who's like, well, they're like me. They're personable, reasonable. It feels like, yeah, that's heartening. That feels like that's morale building, because these things aren't insane. They're just not spoken to. They're just like they're shut out of, like I said, institutional or traditional forms of authority that try to make sense of the world and tell you what's going on or how you should feel about it.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. And the show does do, I know when people say it's like, oh, it just provides a service. It's just like, it sounds hokey, but it also doesn't sound hokey. It's just like you're giving people somewhere to go to kind of hold on to their sanity. We're talking about the topic. We're talking about talking to yourself, because everybody, do you talk to yourself
like out loud?
Yeah,
very, very occasionally.
Okay.
I was thinking about this. Like, do I dialogue with myself? Like, what do I talk to myself about? And the only thing I could come up with is trying to figure out what to have for lunch or dinner.
Okay, so
I'll just be like, what am I going to do here? What's what's in the house that I can make? Like, then I'm like looking around.
If you're floating around alone, just like
got some eggs. I got some like leftover here.
So this is literally what you'd say to yourself. It's just like, oh, what am I going to do here? For food? So you'll just like talk through the possibilities. Yeah. But you don't ever find yourself. You don't talk to yourself in like the shower, for example.
No, not in the shower. Sometimes sometimes if when I look in the mirror, I'll just go fuck you.
Well, I think you were story of my life on that one. No, I tend to just go and I'll just go like, come on, like, what am I talking? Come on, I don't know what I'm psyching myself up for. I'll be like I'll say, these are some of the things I'll say. I'll just be like, what's wrong with you, to myself. And I'll say, like, what are we going to do? Like these like hopeless, and I'm not even hopeless though, but like there's this weird part of me that like indulges this like negative, like, oh, what are we going to do? I should just kill myself. And then, but I'm not going to. My track record with anything like that, ideation or my track record, I'll say this. I've talked to people about it before. I think if you're not actually troubled, like where you're actually going to a threat to yourself or anything, if you're somebody who's predisposed to just say things like, I'm just going to jump in front of a train, what you're doing, it's the most life-affirming thing you can do, because
especially
you
when
never do it.
Well, especially, I mean, I do that all the time, but like only in reaction to incredibly minor setbacks or inconveniences.
Sure, you'll just think
I'll just be like, I'm going to jump off a bridge. Time to die. Going to kill myself.
There you go. Okay, now we're getting to the... You're just not saying it out loud, but it's like...
Or I'll say it to my girlfriend.
Okay. Because the thing with it is, the scoreboard of me with this stuff is I am undefeated in staying alive with this stuff, where I have not... I just haven't done it. I've chosen life every single time with any of that stuff.
Well, I think you should adopt like a sort of take an opposite tack. And I was thinking like, like rappers will have like a hype man, or on the track they'll do like ad libs on like the overdubbing on the track, where they'll often repeat like the end of a bar. They'll just be like, I'm gonna have pizza for lunch, and then like the backing track goes lunch. And I'm thinking of adopting a strategy like that for myself, of just sort of affirmations
just
via sort of an imaginary hype man.
Sure.
To repeat back what I just said, but in a more forceful manner.
You could do it like Migos and have
exactly like what Migos does. Yeah. Skirt.
Still one of the all-time. That was one of the most revolutionary things I've ever heard. When I was sitting, it's just like drip drop, man. I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. It's just it's like Michael Winslow is in this group. He's making sound effects. Somebody else is rapping, and he's making like noises.
Well, I really like Gucci Mane. I think I'm like a freaky girl. It's like he says something about like don't take her home to mama, and then his backup vocals just goes mama, mama.
That to me is they're sitting in the studio and they're just going like, I think we just need one more. There's one more element we're missing here, and it's just like, it's like there it is. That's a hit record. Now, Will, thank you for coming by. This is always great when you come by. Anytime you come to LA, you can just come by.
Absolutely, I'd love to.
And so what is this trip about? Are you bouncing around? I know you did office hours.
Yeah, we're doing a little promo for the comic, and then just come out here to see, Chris and Billy and Matt and Amber and the whole all our LA friends.
Yeah. Well, that's excellent. You come here anytime. The best show is an open door for you.
Thank you.
Well, Will, thank you so much for coming on the show. And I'm going to. What do I need to do next? Well, I don't know why I'm asking you. It's like, no, I'm going to play a song, and then we will come back and
play a song. Skirt.
Yeah, skirt. I'm going to play. Yeah, I'm not ready to play that yet because I have to talk about somebody who passed away. So I'm not going to do that. Let's pull up. Hey, look, I'm talking to myself right now. This is it. Talking to myself. All right, here we go. We're just going to play this from, we'll just play Monster Magnet.